Hi guys, I'm Bushwhatever here, back with another video, and for today I'll be doing a new part of What If that I guess a lot of you guys have been requesting, and from the poll that I did, sorry if it's a little bit late, I had a lot of schoolwork and stuff, but thank you for the suggestion for the names of the following. First, thank you for the name for the Elder Dragon, Terra, for the Phoenix, Philo, and for the Pegasus, Perseus. I'm very grateful for those names. Shout out to Mega Man Slowbro to that did the names for that. I'm very thankful for that. And yeah, and um yeah, I'm really thankful and I'm really sorry that this took so long and stuff. And yeah, so let's begin. We last left off when Izuku and hephaestus went to the portal with the dragon, yeah, with the dragon Terra, with the Phoenix Philo and with the Pegasus Perseus. And yeah, so they went to the yeah to the they went out of the portal, and what they saw was Japan, modern day Japan in the My Hero universe, which Hephaestus was surprised because of the amount of, let's just say amount of technology, and the environment was increased, which she was mesmerized about it and stuff, which yeah, and who wouldn't, because of, if you were from the past and you know, and you had to do make swords, and your houses were just of, simple houses, and by going through the portal, it's like a jump, it's like going to the future and stuff, which was very very surprising. And yeah, so basically he Hephaestus asked Izuku, that basically saying that, Izuku, um so this is Japan. Izuku just says, yep mom, this is Japan, and can we go to the police station? I guess it's been a few years, so I guess we can find my mom. Which Hephaestus says, I am here, son. But that's the base. But that wasn't what Izuku meant. Izuku just said that, mom, that's not what I meant. I mean, my biological mother. Which Hephaestus says, all right, I was just kidding. They basically go to the they basically go to the police station and stuff, which they went to the officers and stuff, basically saying that, can I am looking for someone, which the officer asks, who are you looking for, kiddo? And basically Izuku just says, her name is Inko Midoriya, because I know Izuku was young at the time, but let's just say this, um Inko was, and I mean, basically when he was, stumbled into went into the, to the Hephaestus world, he engraved to his mind the name of your mother, Inko. So yeah, so that's why he remembers it and stuff. So yeah, so her name. So basically, he said, I'm looking for Inko Midoriya, please. Which the officers were shocked. Which the one officer in particular says that, wait, kid, what's your name? Izuku just says, oh, my name is Izuku Midoriya. Which they were even more shocked. Basically saying that, Kim, one of the officer just says, sorry for the background really, but the officer just says, wait here, kid. Now, a few moments later, Inko busts into the door like freaking, like a freaking All Might, freaking doing it you in your way. But she isn't a hero. No. She isn't a hero. Don't worry. I'm gonna make it different. So basically, Inko basically goes to the police officer. Basically, where's my baby? Basically saying that, where's my baby boy? Where is he? Basically saying that, and basically the officer pointed at Izuku and stuff and says that he's right there, ma'am. Basically, and Inko looks at Izuku and basically says, wait, this is not my child. Where's my Izuku? Basically, basically saying that because of the reason that she has experienced, fraud and stuff, that people trying to get money and stuff, or yeah, money or a housing. They basically tried that before on Inko, which it didn't work because she knows her baby boy and stuff. So yeah. So Izuku, so which Inko just says, don't pull on my leg, please. Which he just says that, no, really, that's your son. And basically, yeah. Which Inko goes to Izuku and basically asks about only the one thing that Izuku the one thing that Izuku could know is that what was he called? Freaking yes. What was he called? Yes. Which it, he goes to he goes to Izuku basically saying that kid, what were you called in your childhood? Izuku just says, oh god. Izuku just says that and basically saying that D- D- Deku. Wait, when Izuku said Deku, okay, when Izuku said Deku, he Inko has stars on her eyes, basically saying that, my baby boy, basically hugging Izuku. Yes, hugging Izuku. Okay, so what happens is that Inko hugged Izuku a lot, and I mean a lot, and yeah, which she then noticed hephaestus and stuff, which basically asked basically Inko asked, who are you? To hephaestus basically saying that, oh I'm his he's this slipped out on hephaestus's mouth, basically saying that I'm his mother, which Inko gets all defensive and stuff. Basically saying, no, no, you're not. I'm his mother. Basically, they start arguing and stuff, which, yeah, two moms fighting is freaking scary. I'm not gonna lie. Two moms fighting are freaking scary. So yeah. So what happens next is that Izuku basically said, Mom, Mom, Mommy Inko, Mommy Hephaestus, yeah. Izuku says that, Mommy Inko, Mommy Hephaestus, please, please, and I mean please don't fight. Which, yeah, he basically got a little bit pissed and transforms to one of his newer forms, because yes, he has unlocked this. Um, he has unlocked this when he was, training and stuff, which I didn't tell because of surprises and stuff, which Hephaestus doesn't know either. The only person that knows is, if I remember, Zeus and Ares. Yeah, Zeus, Ares, and who else? Who else? And okay, basically, the goddess of wisdom herself, Athena, basically knows about this in this form. Because, as I said before, Yasuo was one of the first transformations that Izuku had. So, why not give him his brother? So, he transforms into Yone. I'm put a picture on the screen right now of who Yone is. That is his transformation, basically throwing up his two swords both at their necks and basically saying, stop it, you two!
basically saying stop it. Basically, they froze and basically because they don't want to get stabbed. Basically, and hephaestus was shocked and Inko was shocked because she thought that Izuku was quirkless because still the doctor still didn't still did, let's just say, this doctor was the doctor of all for one, but because of the power of of Legends Never Die, the thing is with Legends Never Die, it's just like one for all and stuff that it is it is a living quirk and stuff. But the thing is that it cannot be taken forcefully. So they thought they thought that it was taken forcefully, so they still give Izuku the quirkless, that she is quirkless and stuff. So yeah. So after that, basically, Hephaestus just asked Izuku, "What form is this?" Izuku just says, "This is Yone, brother of Yasuo," which which Inko just says, "Izuku, you have a quirk?" She just says in a surprised tone and stuff, which she just yeah, which she just says, "Yes, mother, I have a quirk." Oh man, that's annoying. Okay, but saying that, Izuku basically says that to his mother, that saying that he has a quirk and stuff, which Inko just says, wait, but the quirk doctor said that Izuku now knows that the doctor lied to him, and basically saying, "Mom, the quirk doctor lied to us. He lied that no." Izuku just Izuku just says that no, mom, the quirk doctor made a mistake and stuff. Yeah, I was about to say that the quirk doctor lied and stuff, but no, it's more safer this way. So yeah, basically Izuku said that to Inko, and basically they lower their guard and stuff because this is their baby boy, so they don't want to hurt him and stuff. So yeah, so they went back to the so they went back to the what was it called again, to Izuku, to Inko's house, which now that's the surprise. Which, as I said before, Inko isn't you know Inko is not a a hero. No, no, no. She is far more, let's just say, powerful because one. Okay, so basically they went to the the Midoriya household and stuff, and what they did is that it was a freaking mansion and stuff. It was a freaking mansion. Which what happened is that um Inko freaking knocked Izuku out as well as Hephaestus. Now, the reasoning for this is I'm gonna explain later, okay? Okay. So, basically, Izuku now going to now basically waking up in a room which it was full of high tech, and I mean high tech, which there is one person, and I mean one person there, Inko, and this mysterious person with a ponytail and stuff. Which, yes, this is one of the ships. You said three, so I'm gonna give you three. So, basically, basically, Inko just says in a. Inko says that, Inko says that, "I don't believe that you are my you are my baby boy." Yes. Basically saying that, and Izuku just says that, "Oh, mom, what happened? Ah, my head hurts." Basically saying, Inko just shut up because she still doesn't know that this is Izuku still. So, so it's basically like a Saw game and stuff, which there was a blade right above them. Yes, right above them, and I mean above them, swinging like a pendulum. I'm taking one of Jigsaw's contraptions from the Saw franchise and putting it here. Basically, there was a pendulum with a blade, with a razor sharp blade, and it was swinging left and right, going down slowly, and I mean slowly. Which Izuku was terrified as fuck. He was terrified, yes. Which Hephaestus wakes up as well and basically notices that and basically, oh shit. And basically, she tries to get out, but she tries to get out, but she knows that she can't die. The reason that she wants to get out is because to help Izuku freaking get out of the way and stuff. So yeah. So what happens is that Izuku just says, "What do you want? What do you want more to prove that I'm your son?" Basically saying that, basically, Inko said that, "Give me information that only my son should know." Basically saying that, and the pendulum is still going and stuff. Which Izuku just says, I'm Izuku Midoriya. Um, uh, I was, I was, shit. I was bullied in, I was bullied in middle school because I was quirkless. I had a lot of notebooks of heroes and their weaknesses. I have, I have, I have a lot of All Might figurines, All Might posters. I'm a really big fan of All Might. And the pendulum blade was getting closer to their head and basically saying that. And basically, Izuku said one final word. I, I have a best friend named Kachan. And basically, it stopped. It stopped and it stopped. The reasoning, only Izuku knows that. Only Izuku would know that all the things that he said, which it stopped, yes. Which what happens is that Izuku Izuku and this mysterious person untied them and basically says that, and Inko says that, so you really are my baby boy. Basically saying that, and un, and this person untying Hephaestus and stuff. So yeah, which Izuku asks his mom, "Mom, what are you?" Izuku Inko just smiles and says that, "I am I am the boss of a mafia." Yes, Inko is a freaking mafia member. Yes, no, she's the boss, and the real thing is that the mafia group is called Passione. And yes, this is JoJo. I took that from the JoJo from JoJo friend from JoJo Part 5. So yeah. So Izuku was shocked that Inko, Inko go to would be a mafia, would be a mafia boss, which Izuku just said, how, mom, how did you become a mafia boss? Inko explains about Hisashi and stuff, which when when Izuku left and stuff, it was about for 3 months. Inko hasn't eaten, hasn't hasn't eaten that much, hasn't taken a bath and stuff, which which Mitsuki needs to feed Inko and stuff, and um wash her because she's heavily depressed. And one day Hisashi arrives. Yes, Hisashi, a freaking mafia member. Let's go, a mafia boss. Yes, and he just says that, Inko, where are you? Which she just notices Inko and basically saying that she's he is distraught and stuff because Inko isn't doing that well. She's very thin, and I mean very thin. Instead of going short and wide, she is tall but thin. Yes, it's like meat and bones, just like that. Which Hisashi was shocked at this, and basically he goes to Inko and stuff, basically saying that Inko, are you alright? Which when she opens her eyes, she saw that Hisashi was there. Which yeah, Izuku basically no Hisashi basically says that Inko says that Hisashi, is that you? Eh, yeah, Hisashi just yes Inko, it's me. What happened to you? You're so thin. You're almost bones. What happened? Have you eaten? In He says that in a worrying tone, and basic Inko explains about everything and stuff about Inko disappear of Izuku is disappearing and stuff, and yeah, which Hisashi was distraught as well because yeah, this was his child as well, even though he wasn't around that much because him being a mafia boss, it's hard. He The reason that he left is that he because of the reason that if you're a mafia member, you know that your family is in danger as well because your opponents, and I mean your opponents are gonna find leverage against you. So yeah. So technically Izuku is a half Italian. Yes. Izuku is half Italian. Yes. Bonj basically say oui oui. No, that's French. Basically, yeah. And basically eventually they use a lot of funds. Yes, they use a lot of funds to just find Izuku and stuff. Which they go to every villain in the freaking city and basically beat them up and telling them that where's my son and stuff. Which they get all of their villains like warping villains and stuff like the teleportation or portal villains. Yeah, that's basically what they're looking for. And yeah, which after that, eventually, yeah, that happens. Which Izuku was amazed and a little bit scared for his life and stuff because of, yeah, Inko's a mafia member and he doesn't know what will happen to him and stuff. So yeah. So yeah, that happens and basically Inko just I almost forgot. This is our new recruit. Introduce yourself. Introduce yourself, please. Which this person says, okay. Basically, she just says that, uh, I'm Momo Yarorozu. And yes, Momo is a freaking mafia member. Yes, the reason is that let's just say um the Yarorozus are have a business, yes, but they work with Hisashi. The reasoning for that is because of Izuku being I don't know because of they give because of Mr. Yagorozu and Miss Yagorozu being mafia members at one point. So that's the reason that Momo is a mafia member and stuff, which they eventually removed went out of the mafia and stuff, which the reasoning is that they don't want their because Miss Arirozu was preggers and stuff, which Mr. Arirozu doesn't want their child to to live a life that is always on the run and always going to be scared. So they left the mafia, which they told Hisashi and stuff, which Hisashi just agrees because through the years they became best friends and stuff, which yeah. Which still Mr. Yagirozu and Miss Yagirozu help whatever they can to Hisashi because they're rich and stuff. they can get a lot of information and stuff from a lot of people and stuff. So he and so yeah, and they basically the company that the Yari Roses have is basically joined with another company that I'm gonna talk about later and stuff. And yeah, which that's the reason that Momo is a mafia now. And yeah, so one and the door opens and stuff, and basically says, "Honey, I'm home." Basically, and this guy saw Izuku and basically said, uh, "Inko, is that?" Inko just nods and basically he runs like freaking Sonic the Hedgehog and basically tackles Izuku to the ground. Basically said, "Oh son, I really missed you." Basically, standing up and basically bear hugging him and stuff. Which he just says, "Dad, no, no." Basically said that, "Who are you?" Basically saying that, and basically said, and basically Sashi just says that, "I'm your father, silly. I'm your father, Izuku." Basically saying that, which Izuku just says, Can't breathe." And basically, Hisashi basically unhugs Izuku basically, and basically yeah, that happened. So after that, Izuku basically went back to he basically asked his mother and father that um what happened, you know, what happened to UA and stuff, because Izuku still wants to be a hero, which they said that UA is still 5 months from now, because yeah, it's not 10 months, so it's 5 months, so Izuku can train a little. So yeah, Izuku basically said, "Oh, okay. Um, Dad, can I have a question? Can I ask you a question?" Which Hisashi just says, "Oh, sure, son. What is it?" Izuku says to his dad that, "Dad, can I be a mafia member?" Everything goes silent. Everyone goes silent and stuff, basically saying that. Hisashi just says, "Are you sure, Izuku? There's no backing down if you became mafia, and and you're becoming a hero as well, right? This is gonna put a reputation on you. And if they found out that you're a mafia member, they might criticize you and stuff." Izuku just says that, "I don't care. I don't care what the people think. I've dealt with that before. Everybody belittling me. Yeah, I felt that before." Which Hephaestus just butts in and basically says that, "Yeah, that's true. Izuku actually Izuku is actually one of the one of the more mortals that actually seen by Greek gods as their own." She explains about everything that they have done through the things that Izuku has helped with with the in Olympus and stuff, with Hades talking to him and stuff, even delivering messages and forging items. Yes, which Hisashi and Inko were shocked. Yes, they were shocked for the fact that they are, that they are really shocked that they saw Izuku, and that they learned this from Hephaestus, that Izuku was going to into dangerous situations and stuff. Because what mother wouldn't be scared for their own child? So I understand that. So yeah, after that they basically went home. They basically Izuku basically was left to his it was left to his room, or was escorted to his room by Inko, Hisashi, and Hephaestus. Which Izuku just says, "Okay, moms, dad, I'm going to sleep." which Izuku went to the, you know, Izuku went to his room and slept. Now, on the outside, they were now talking to Hephaestus. Um, they asked Hephaestus of what happened to Izuku, why, how did his quirk manifested and stuff. First of all, to answer the quirk problem, um, his quirk manifested when I taught him how to forge. Yes, I taught him how to forge and stuff. He actually forged one of I guess one of a katana with runes. He called it Ryu. Yes, he called it Ryu, and he uses it as well if he is in his base form. But when he uses his quirk or power, I guess, he transforms into different different beings. I guess you can say them, or as he prefers it, legends. They just ask legends. What do you mean? Uh, if I just says, oh, I mean by legends is that Izuku's ability or power, or you could say quirk, is based on legends from this place called Runeterra. It was really confusing when Izuku told me about Runeterra and stuff, and explained that what Runeterra was. Basically, Runeterra was with or from what Izuku explained, Runeterra was this place where a lot of people have abilities and stuff, magic, mana, and stuff. There was a person named Yasuo, the Unforgiven, who was accused wrongly because of being in the wrong in because of being the only person to master one ability. The next person was his brother that Yasuo needed to kill and regretted it for all of his life. Next was Orn. In their world was the god of Forge. Next was, I guess, Evelyn. He said that Evelyn was a succubus, which which this when they heard that, basically they just say, wait, succubus. Succubus, you mean those demons that have sex and stuff? Which if I say just yes nonsense, yes, those kinds. Which they were shocked that Izuku, was had that ability and stuff. Which Hephaestus reassured them that his that ability is, yes, he's a succubus and all, but he has more control over that form because of he says that the original user of that power was Evelyn when she was succubus. She was very very shy. Yes, she was very very shy, but she doesn't want to kill people for just for her life. But she doesn't have a choice, so she does it, and she regretted it for all of her life. The next one was Aatrox. Yeah, Aatrox, the World Ender, and he got that form while training and stuff, which he explains about Aatrox and stuff, which he says that Aatrox was a Darkin, or should I say a demon, and explains that he was very very powerful, very very powerful, that it can rival uh, All Might and stuff, and that wasn't a joke because of Izuku knowing about All Might and stuff. He actually was very very skeptical, very very skeptical and stuff about it, again of gaining the power from Aatrox and stuff, the World Ender, gaining the sword, the Sterox Gauge, which the Sterox Gauge was the fist of Aatrox, And what else? What else? What else? What else? Gaining as well as the wings. Sorry for the noise. But yeah, as well as one of the abilities called, and one of the transformations called Set. He says that Set the boss. He was known for being, a powerful, and I mean uh powerful physically, for fighting, because he was known as the boss of the pit. He basically was the ringmaster or the king of this fighting arena style in Runeterra. More specifically, Noxius or Noxian, I guess. Noxian. Yeah, Noxian, I guess. I forgot the lore, but I really forgot about the lore of Runeterra. But if I remember correctly, there was Darius Vladimir, no, Darius Draven, I guess Riven, I guess. No, yeah, Riven and so on. Which the last that he got was actually three forms. One is called Rust, and the other is called Cain. Rust is more of the same as Cain. He has a scythe. He's basically like an assassin that is like using his cane and stuff to more damage his opponent. And while he slashes, Izuku gains, stamina, HP, and heals himself. But for Kane, if he transforms into him, he basically has more DPS, or should I say, damage per second. Every time he uses his slashes, it's like that he's doing a dance. That it's so magnificent and stuff. He can walk. He can go through walls. He can go inside you even. And the last and final form was a combination of those two. He doesn't actually have a name for it yet, but I know from for the fact that it is a very powerful form. Which when they heard this, they were shocked as heck that Izuku had this amount of power in him. So who wouldn't, I guess, if your son was powerful, who wouldn't be who wouldn't be shocked? So yeah, which she Inko asked about, how about you? You didn't really explain about yourself. Well, now she explains about herself. Basically, saying that, oh, I'm actually Hephaestus, the goddess of forge in Greek mythology. I was actually tasked to raise Izuku per se, to help him go through life and stuff. Which at that, when Hephaestus says that, Inko and Hisashi bow their heads and basically says, thank you very much for protecting my son. I'm really thankful and grateful that you helped him achieve this kind of power and train him. Is Hephaestus just said, oh, no, don't think me, think my family as well, think my brothers Zeus and stuff, the gods of Greek mythology, think them as well, because it wasn't just I that helped Izuku. Actually, he actually got help from the most powerful gods, to the most wisest, to the most um hard one in battle, to the most feminine, to the most resourceful. He got help from all of us. And we are proud to say that he is welcome in Olympus. We are proud to say that he is very, very welcome in our home, Olympus. With that,
With that, they ended off the day, and Izuku, which actually Hephaestus actually slept with another room and stuff, which Hisashi and Inko slept in their room, and they actually talked for a while about Izuku's situation, and yeah. Now the next day. Now, Izuku is now going to went outside because he went to the backyard. He he saw that the backyard was actually a pretty wide space. So he thought, how about doing some training? Izuku thought and basically trained with Philo. If I remember, their names were Philo, Terra, and Perseus. He actually trains with them. For Terra, he trains with her with the with fighting her and stuff, and actually sparring. With the Phoenix, he actually tries to learn how to fight with Philo and stuff on his back. Yeah, tries to fight with Philo, but remember, Philo is still a little girl, so a little phoenix. So he Izuku doesn't go too far. He just basically just helps Philo to have at least fighting capabilities, hand-to-hand combat and stuff. And for Perseus, the Pegasus, he actually was helped to go help riding, I guess, him slash I really never gave a gender, so I'm gonna guess him. I'm just gonna say him. Perseus, that he mounted Izuku mounted Perseus and stuff, and basically, yeah, he learns how to fight while on Perseus' back, doing some aerial maneuvers and stuff, so that, for example, if he was ever to be cut and be almost stabbed, they can redirect and counterattack. Which actually Hephaestus actually shows up and basically saw Izuku, and basically he said that Izuku, which Izuku just, oh mom, um can we go to the forge, please? I really need. I actually had a pretty cool idea, which Hephaestus actually just said, "Oh, what idea is this be? Might as well, might as well." So they went back to Olympus before they went to Olympus, they actually asked for. Izuku says to his mom that he was mom and dad that he was going to Olympus and stuff to to just meet everybody, which they actually wanted to go as well. So why the heck not? So they went with Izuku and Hephaestus, and they went to a portal, and they arrived in uh, Olympus. Now, while they went there, a certain someone, one wise, one wise goddess, was roaming around and stuff, and sensed this presence that was very very familiar. And when she looked up, she was surprised. And basically, when they landed, basically she tackles this person to the ground, basically hugging him, and basically Izuku just feels the hug, the freaking hug from Athena, and basically Athena just says, "Oh, I really missed you, Izuku. Ah, you're the only one that I can relate here because of being wise and all." Uh, Izuku just says, "Oh, thank you, Athena." Which, yeah. After that, Athena saw two people, a male and a female, which they asked. which Athena asks who are these two. She asks to Izuku, which Izuku says that, oh, these are my parents. Meet Hisashi Midoriya and Izuku Midoriya. No, and Inko Midoriya. Which her eyes widen and stuff, and basically said, "Oh, so you're the biological parents of Izuku here." Which is Athena just bows and basically just to be polite, and was it Inko and Hisashi bow as well because this is the first time they saw a god really, and basically yeah. I'm really sorry for the noise though. I'm really sorry. But yeah. Basically they went to the Athena asked Izuku why are they here? Which gain Izuku just says that, oh, the reason is I want to go to the forge and make something. Which actually Philo, Terra, and Percy is actually here. So they actually was, there. So Izuku eventually went to the let's see to the forge, and basically actually have Athena actually tagged along, and basically yeah, Athena tagged along and stuff, which they actually went to the forge, which was freaking hot, and I mean freaking hot because what surrounds the forge is freaking our our lava pool, our lava, and I mean lava. So it's hot. So yeah. So after that, so basically, Izuku just then transforms into Orn. Yes, Orn. The goddess of forge the god of forge in Runeterra. So he transforms into freaking a goat. Yeah, really a literal goat, and basically goes to the anvil and basically he asked Terra for dragon scales and a dragon claw, which Terra obliges because she doesn't give a damn of because this time, just to be convenient, she was wilting, and with Philo and with Perseus they were actually wilting and stuff. So yeah. So for Terra, Izuku actually made a sword of the king. He made a sword. It's actually a long sword, and he named this Dragon Descent Sword of the King Leviathan. Yes, he actually named this sword that, and or he just calls it Dragon the sword of the Leviathan. Which shout out to my one of my best friends, Sojiro, for coming up about these names of the three swords, which I'm really grateful for, Sojiro. And this is your shout out, Sojiro. So this is your shout out and stuff. And yeah, now the Phoenix sword, he actually grabs I guess Phoenix feathers and a Phoenix tear just to bind it all together. He actually made a sword called Phoenix Sword of the Brave Ancanthus. A katana. He actually made a katana. And yeah, he actually made a katana. He called it Acanthus or Acanthus? I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it, but Sojo, if you're going to be in my Discord, tell me what is the pronunciation and stuff so I can say it properly. I'm really sorry if this is not the proper way to say it. So yeah. The last sword was Sacred Sword of Pegasus, Soran. Basically, he has now the three swords: Leviathan, Acanthes, Acanthes, and Soran. Soran being a rapier, Acanthes being a katana, and Leviathan as being a longsword. Which, when he got those, and if you might be wondering how, for the Pegasus, what did Izuku use? Obviously, Pegasus feathers and stuff from the wings. And yeah, for the rapier, that represents speed. Longsword represents, longsword represents power and stuff, and katana represents balance between the two, balance between speed and power. Because if you didn't know, a katana is actually the most greatest weapon in the, I guess, when there were where there weren't guns yet. The the katana was actually the most powerful weapon because of its its build being like one part is sharpened and one part is blunt as heck. Which the blunt part is good for parrying, and the sharp part is good for slicing. And yeah, which Izuku actually does a test drive, and they see he asks his mom if he can summon the dummies and stuff, which she obliges and summons them. Which yeah, Izuku basically goes back to his normal form because he only uses these swords when he is in his normal form. He only uses his quirk when he actually needs to. If he's fighting an army, a powerful villain, and stuff, he will use his forms and stuff. So yeah, which he first tries the long sword, which actually is very. He was actually very fluent with the sword. It's like that. It's binded to him, which slash. It's so easy for him. And the special thing about this sword, it only accepts Izuku unless Izuku passes it down. Yes, the sword has the ability to do that. It only responds to one person unless the person passed it down to the next generation or someone else. Next one was the katana, which he was actually very fluent because of using Yasuo. Trying slashes, stabs and stuff, which he actually was very fluent. The next and last one was the rapier, which by using the rapier, he actually unlocked a new part of his quirk. Yes, I'm giving him a lot of part of his quirk. Yes, I know, but the thing is, his quirk is a lot of people, about 150 or so, or more, or I guess 150 or 200. I forgot the names. I forgot how many it was, but still, it was a lot. He, when using the rapier, he actually learns how to. He actually unlocks a new form, and it's called Fiora. Yes, Fiora is more of a female, so like French. Basically saying, "I long for the worthy opponent." Basically saying that. Sorry if I use that voice line from League of Legends, but still, he actually learned how to use that, and actually you gain the ability of Fiora and stuff, seeing the vitals. The vitals are basically deal more damage and stuff, and yeah, which Izuku when he fights, he purposely not aims for vitals because he doesn't want to kill anyone, because yeah, which yeah, everybody was shocked when they saw the new form and stuff, which they asked Izuku. Which they asked Izuku, which Izuku just explains about. The name was Fiora. Excuse me, but the name was Fiora, and she was actually a general, or I guess a protector in I guess it was I forgot the name, but for I forgot,
But it was basically called. There's Noxian, there is Ionian. Ah, basically it's called Demacia, yes, Demacia. And basically, he basically says that she was a part of this a general from the Demacia and stuff. Which, yeah, after that, they actually they actually went home and stuff. And through that day until the entrance exam of UA, they actually Izuku trains using his three swords and using Fiora, training with the powers of Fiora and all of his forms because he doesn't want to lack in all of them. So yeah, so they basically do that and yeah. So now it's been 5 months and we can see Izuku in front of the UA building, looking at the UA building and saying that I am here. I am really here. And yeah. Hope you like this video. I'm really hoping that you really like this. I'm really sorry if it's very very loud and stuff. I'm really sorry about that. But hey. But yeah, and all seriousness, I really hope you like this and yeah. But as I always say, no. But uh, but before I leave, I might do a double upload today. Um, I might do a double upload, so be on the lookout for that. And yeah, and but like I always say, like, comment, subscribe, and don't forget to ring the notification bell to for you to don't miss my uploads. And see you guys later. Bye.